Yo, what's happening, people? Okay, we is live right now, live from the village right now. It is 4 minutes past 8 p.m. right now. It is the 18th of September 2023 right now. I'm in London, England right now. We're about to get into movie night right now. We're about to get into Arnie season right now with Red Heat right now. Red Heat from 1988. It is an hour 44 minutes, one of the longer ones in the Arnie movies. Not the longest, but still one of the longer ones. But anyway, I've seen this movie ages ago. I don't remember liking it very much, but it is part of Arnie season. 80s to mid 90s is what we're doing. So I'm watching it on Amazon Prime. I've rented it on Amazon Prime for £3.49. If you'd like to watch along, you can rent it or you can buy it. You don't have to do that though. Maybe you got it on DVD, maybe you got it on Blu-ray, maybe you got it on VHS, maybe you got it on some other format. And if you do, get it ready on Zero. Whether you want to buy it, rent it, or you got it already, get it ready on Zero. But if you don't want to do that, and if you don't want to do none of that, you don't got to do none of that. And you can still come along and have some fun. But yeah, it is Red Heat, Arnie season, 1988. Get it ready on Zero, or get it ready to not. It doesn't matter. Anyway, let me switch off to this screen and chat to y'all for just a little bit before we start the movie. That back music seems a bit loud. I should lower it down just a tad. That should be alright. I think 5 is alright. 5 on the volume there. But yeah, so Arnie season today. Let's see. What's my day been like today? My day's been pretty okay. I did some driving work in the morning. Didn't do it as much as I originally planned, but you know, did a little bit. I went for a jog today. I ran over 3 miles. I'm gonna try and previously I've been running for just a mile, and I've been doing it for a while now. In recent weeks, I'm trying to step that up, so I bumped it up to 3 miles now. I've got a good route. It could take a while to find a route because, like, you want to try and get 3 miles so that by the time you get to 3 miles, you're somewhere near where you live, right? So you're kind of running around in a 3 mile circle, right? And yeah, I think I figured out a pretty decent route now, which adds up to over 3 miles, about 3.25 miles. So maybe a little bit longer than I want to be doing, but you know, it's fine. But yeah, I did that today. Also just I guess getting some stuff ready for podcasting. I'm able to start booking podcasts again. Been a while. The kitchen is almost done. So yeah, I'm able to start booking podcasts again, which is really cool. What else? Yeah, I guess I'm just doing like some research into like mortgages and stuff. Hopefully I'll be applying real soon for that. I've got some documents. Want to get them copied before I send them off though. But yeah, there's different types of mortgages, like buy-to-let mortgages and things like that. So I think when I'm applying for the agreement in principle, I'm gonna have to ask about what the deal is on all of that, because I may want to start on one thing and swap to another or whatever. We'll see. What else? Yeah, I think that's pretty much been my day. A little piano practice. And that's pretty much been my day so far. Yeah. I started watching Love and Thunder, Thor Love and Thunder again. Yo, what up, Sam? Sam B in the place to be. How is ye? How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this live stream, as we're about to watch probably one of the worst Arnie movies ever made. I don't know, is it the worst Arnie movie ever made? Maybe not. But I don't remember it being particularly interesting when I watched it the first time round. But how you doing? All right, not long been home. We just get in. Okay. Been out and about. Hopefully having a good time. What you been up to? I've actually been planning, speaking of going out, I've actually been planning my epic cheat day, my wicked cheat day, because I want to do it towards the end of October, so a little over a month away. But I figured it's a good idea to kind of plan out some things about where I want to go to. Now, I haven't got all the details hashed out. But I do know, I've kind of decided now, for now at least, that one place that I want to go to, I really want to go to, is Popeyes. It's a fried chicken spot that opened up in the UK. They've been in America for a while. They opened up in the UK, I guess, I don't know, somewhat year ago, whatever it was. Apparently they're not very good though. Like a lot of people have tried it and said it's not very good, but it seems to be really popular in America. I don't know, maybe it's the British version is not that good, maybe, but I still want to try it. I still want to try it for myself, see whether I like it or not, see what it's hitting on. But yeah, that's my main plan, to hit up Popeyes. I'm not a fan of this one. Yeah, I remember it being like bland and just uninteresting. That's my general remembrance. I don't remember exactly what happens in the story, mostly because it was bland and uninteresting. I'm sure it's just blanked out of my head. But yeah, I don't remember this particular one being particularly good. But it's part of Arnie season, so we gotta do it. We got it. Well, we don't got to, but we're doing it. It was my niece's birthday. Okay, happy birthday, niece, Sam's niece. Birthday, so I had a little party. It isn't my idea of fun, but there was cake. Ooh, so that's the thing about kids' parties, though. Kids' parties have cakes. Like adult parties could be fun, but there's not usually cake at adult parties, right? That's I feel like that's a one thing. Like if you had cake at an adult's party, that's the one thing that can really make it go from good to great, you know. There's no cakes at adult parties. I like cake. I want my cake and I want to eat it. Ooh, I'm kicking things over now. Hopefully it was good cake, like sponge cake. Victoria sponge cake is nice. With custard. Victoria sponge cake, custard. Oof. That's a good time. That's a good time. It don't matter what anything else is going on. It don't matter who's shouting at who's breaking what, who's screaming for this, who's screaming for that, running around, this, that, and the other. As long as you got Victoria sponge cake with custard, you're doing alright. I'm rolling the party. Okay, you make one or buy one. Oof. Need you to invite me to party, Sam. With lots of cake and custard. I do like cake. I think my favorite cake, I don't know if it's Victoria sponge though. I mean, Victoria sponges are good, don't get me wrong. But if I had to pick a favorite cake, I'd probably go with, I mean, I don't know if cheesecake counts, because cheesecake is, I mean, it is a cake, but it's not like a cake, you know what I mean? So I don't know if I'd say cheesecake. Cheesecake, I mean, I would say cheesecake, but if I had to pick like a cake, I don't know, man. It might have to be something like, I can't remember what's called, like coconut something. Must be something like that. But I think like any cake, as long as there's custard on it, you're doing alright. Apart from cheesecake. I don't know if cheesecake will work with custard. It might. I might have to try it actually. Cheesecake and custard. Wait, you couldn't afford a birthday cake, so you had Victoria sponge. Isn't Victoria sponge a birthday cake though? Isn't it? I just figured, I mean, and I think the cakes we had, if I remember correctly, it's a while ago, but they were either Victoria sponge or certainly a Victoria sponge type style cake, if not that specifically. It was certainly a cake like that. And apparently that's not a birthday cake. Well, you know, we're poor too, so it kind of makes, kind of stands to reason. Just get a cake and put a candle on it. I haven't had like a homemade cake for a long time though. Like, that's the thing though. A good homemade cake is like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, cakes in shops are fine, but you know when a cake is like fresh out the oven, it just adds like layers to it, you know? It's just something about a cake that's fresh out the oven, where it's still like warm and soft, you know? Where it's like moist, but it's not wet, you know? There's something about a cake when it's just fresh out of the oven. Like, when you go to the shop and you buy the cakes there, it's like, they're fine, they taste okay, but it says, yeah, you can buy a cheap Victoria sponge cake, signature sponge for £1 back then. I used to at one time actually, when I was working at used to work at Sainsbury's, and I remember on my lunch breaks I used to buy a pint of milk and a what was it, a Madeira cake, a slab of Madeira cake, and I think it was like £1 for a slab of Madeira cake, maybe about this big, something around like there, maybe that thick, and the milk was like 50p or something, like, of a pint of milk in a bottle, 50p. And yeah, that was my lunch. A pint of milk and cake. But that was back in my I was trying to bodybuild, you know, like get muscles and big muscles and all that kind of stuff back then. But I couldn't afford like proper food, so I just buying cake and milk. To be fair though, I did get pretty big. I think I got up to about 15 stone at one time. And it wasn't all, I mean, I weren't like, yeah, you can imagine, it was mostly just like bulky. Just saying. Where there's a will, there's a way. Even though that way might not necessarily be the right way, but still, there's a way. There's a way. Bake all the time. Cakes, ice buns, brownies, and the iced sponge cake. You get at school with hundreds. Oh yeah. That cake used to get at school though. Like, they used to do. I'm sure every school had this as well, because I've seen pictures of it where it's like. They had hundreds of thousands one. They had the other one with the pink icing. Like, I don't know what, I mean, I guess it was a sponge cake. Thinking back on it, it's probably some kind of sponge cake. But I remember it had pink icing. And I know other schools did it as well, because I've seen pictures. I've seen people post pictures of it. I'm like, yeah, that cake's got to be famous. That cake's got to be famous. But it was like a square, like a small square, maybe about this big. Give or take, maybe around about there, that kind of size, with a pink icing on it. Or sometimes you got the pink icing with the hundreds and thousands. Oh, they were treating you then. They were treating you. If you ever saw that pink cake with the hundreds of thousands on it, they were treating you then. And the recipe I made, it was amazing. I think as my internet wife, I should be demanding you make me cakes. I should be one of those guys that like boss their wives around. Make me a cake. Make me a cake. I should be one of those guys. So I want cake. I want cake. I want cake. Lots of it. Nice and soft. You don't put out. I'm a respectable man. I mean, define respectable. Well, speaking of respectable men, you hear about Russell Brand? Like, raw. That guy's been naughty, allegedly. That guy's been very naughty, allegedly. Man, I don't know what to think about that, but that is crazy news coming out of the internet world. Russell Brand back in the day, and I saw one clip. Somebody, one of these websites put together a clip or a video montage of like old clips of Russell Brand back in the day, back in that sort of era, where he was like very kind of touchy-feely, hands-on, guys and girls, you know what I mean? Like he was very touchy-feely back in the day. And there was one where he was like kissing his reporter, supposedly with no permission, you know. Certainly in the video, that's the way it looks anyway. Of course, you don't know what happens before and whatever, but it looks that way. So mate, I don't know what to think about that, but it ain't looking too good for him. Ain't looking too good at all. I honestly don't believe it. It's crazy though, because it's like, on one hand, I look at it like I know that there are plenty of people out there who have like a positive image or they're celebrities, and then behind closed doors they're doing all kinds of wild, you know what I mean, like all kinds of crazy, mad, all kinds of stuff. Like I know that that's a thing, but then at the same time it's kind of like, yeah, you got that timing just seems a bit off. Like and the fact that they went to the newspaper first rather than is like a, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully he can clear his name if indeed he is innocent. Hopefully he gets thrown in jail if indeed he is not. That's what I can say to that, really, I suppose. But man, Mr. Brand. It was always that way. He was very forthcoming with it. Doesn't make him a predator. Also, what women remaining anonymous and they go on TV and no, please dodgy. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, he's talked about that sort of stuff in the past, but it's just one of these things where it's like you get accused of that, and a video that resurfaces, it's like it doesn't work in your favor. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of them things. Like, even though he's talked about it before, it's one of those things that can easily cast doubt in people's minds. I would say this though. Something that I thought was quite interesting, because I get there's a whole, you know, believe all women thing that some people kind of get into, and you know, that's their business. I rather not. Plenty of women be lying. You know what I mean? Plenty of women be lying. So that's not for me. But whatever. But what I did see something that I thought was quite interesting, where somebody posted on Twitter where it said something like even though it was consensual, or there may have been consensual, like they might have been saying yes, right? Because he's the celebrity and he's like, you know, the guy with the power, and he's Russell Brand and this, that, and the other, like the power dynamic makes it so that it's difficult for them to say no otherwise, right? And effectively suggesting that, you know, he should do better because he's the one with the power in these situations, right? And I'm thinking about that because it's not untrue, but at the same time, and it's by the same token, it's like, wait a minute. At what point do we just say an adult is an adult? You know what I mean? Like, at what point do we say? And by the way, these people, as I said, they're anonymous, so I don't know how old they are. I'm kind of assuming. I'm assuming they're adults, I guess. But at what point do we just say, look, an adult is an adult, and an adult has to be responsible for their decisions, even the bad ones. You know, even the decisions that turn out to be bad ones. You know, matter of fact, especially the decisions that turn out to be bad ones, you got to be responsible for that, because we all make decisions. We all sometimes say yes to things that we probably shouldn't say yes to, or maybe say no to something that we probably shouldn't say no to. We make decisions that don't always work out well for us. And that's a thing in life, regardless of who has the power. You know, that's just kind of how life goes. We don't always make the right decision at the right time. But there has to be a point where you say, look, an adult is an adult. And an adult has to be responsible for the decisions they make, regardless of this, that, and the other. Because if I sign a contract and it turns out that I didn't read it properly, and now I have to pay, you know, I have to pay my internet wife £10,000 a month for the rest of my life because I didn't read a contract properly. It's like, that sucks for me, but it's like, you know what, you should have read it. You made that decision to sign the contract. Like, you got to be responsible for your own decisions. Yo, what up, Frozen G? Frozen G in a place to be. How is ye? Ooh, it's 23 minutes into the stream. Let's get this party started, shall we? Move over to this screen. Russell Brand. Oh, Russell Brandon's in a mad situation, isn't he? What do you think of that, Frozen Gamer? Gonna press play in a moment. Hopefully you guys are ready on 0 because we're about to go back to the countdown. So if you're ready. Oh wait, one sec. I'm not even ready. My bad. All right, when you're ready, if you're ready, 3, 2, 1, play. There we go. Women today don't want to face the consequences of their actions, and that's just the truth of it. So Brandon, what do you think, Haze? I've watched his stuff for years. I mean, on one hand, I'm kind of leaning more towards I don't think he did. Of course, I don't know that, right? And I don't want to. Put it this way: like, there's plenty of celebrities out there who have done that sort of stuff, you know, and people who you wouldn't suspect. So it's a thing. Like, I'm not. I don't think just because he doesn't have that image, it means he could never. I mean, I don't know the guy, and he could have. But yeah, I mean, the time of the whole thing, the way it's been reported, it does feel a little bit dodgy. So yeah. Hopefully, if he is innocent, he can be cleared of all allegations. And if he turns out that he's guilty, then hopefully they can chuck his ass in jail. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm leaning a little bit more towards. I don't think so, but who knows, man? Who knows? These guys just working out in like their. I mean, what's this, like a I'm just walking around butt ass naked, pumping iron in the gym with like a mini towel around, and that's all they got, just a mini towel. Like, what is the point of this thing? Like, what are they? It's like, how many people can we get naked in one place? All right. Arnold Schwarzenegger walking around with his dick swinging. I don't know what people do behind closed doors. Indeed, that is true. All live shows have been postponed. He turned his life around. Yeah, dude was on drugs. Oh, that's another thing as well. I think that at the time those accusations supposed to have taken place, I think he was on drugs, wasn't he? Or wasn't he? I don't know. How long's he been sober for? Because that could be an important consideration. Absolutely nothing to do with the fact that he's been exposed in media, covered, etc. And alcohol, yeah. work with steel, you better get used to heat. It's another thing as well about this, and it's more to do with the way people responded to it. Because, like, there's a couple of people that I saw, well, maybe one person I saw really, that posted about how when she met Russell Brand, how she refused to have sex with him, and he never, you know, held it against her. He never, like, tried anything after that. Like, and even when they met afterwards, it was never a problem afterwards. And she basically just saying that he was a gentleman. And when she posted that, you see other people kind of saying things like, "Oh, you're a vile person. How can you say this?" And I was like, well, why can't you say that? Like, why can't you talk about your experiences with somebody? I mean, I get that he's been accused of something very serious, but if you've met the guy, you know the guy. Now, of course, the fact that she's had a positive experience doesn't mean he didn't do it at all. I'm not saying that. You know, that's as far as I know, it's just one person's experience. But even still, it's like, why shouldn't you be allowed to say that? Like, it just seems mad to me that it's like how people got mad at what's this guy, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, when they were talking about Danny Masterson. And he got convicted, by the way. So as far as looks like he did it, I mean, man's going to jail for like 30 years. But at the same time, it's like, if when they knew him, he was this nice guy. Like, you can't start telling lies and saying, "Oh, well, I've always known." It's like, no, like, you knew him as a nice guy. You should be allowed to say that. That's the person that you knew. That doesn't mean he didn't do what he did. It just means that's the person you knew. People can be one way in one situation, and one way amongst one group of people, and a completely different way amongst another group of people. You know, like, that could be a thing. Not everybody is exactly the same all the time. In fact, most people aren't. So it's just, you should be allowed to talk about your experiences with somebody, and if you have positive experiences with somebody, you should be allowed to say that. If that person done something horrible, that doesn't change you had a positive experience with them. It's there for the whole women should believe women thing, and if you don't, you're the devil. 20 years later, they wait. I don't know why. Oh, about the... I mean, I think to be fair though, I know quite a few people say that sort of thing as well. Like, why did they wait? Why did they wait? I think in fairness, I could understand that. Like, I'm not saying you should, by the way. You know, if anything happens to you, God forbid it doesn't, you know, but if anything happens to you, you should tell the police right away as soon as possible. But yeah, I do understand why people don't always come forward right away, and I think that, to me, doesn't negate it. Or when you do come forward, go into the media rather than the police. Yeah, seems a bit sus. I'm not saying that means they didn't do it. I'm just saying it does seem a bit sus. Let's go get him. Sure, most people in history had some good qualities. Yeah, indeed. I mean, they're loved for a reason. I mean, think about how many people loved Hitler, right? He might have been doing all these evil things to one set of people, or maybe more than one set of people, actually, to be fair. But he might have been doing all these evil things to the groups of people, but the people that he was helping, they loved him. You know? Yeah, so Ted Bundy. Oh, Ted Bundy was the good-looking dude, wasn't it? Very nice to his girlfriend. Listen to her story. Yeah, it's like what the neighbors say about serial killers. Oh, he was such a nice guy. He was such a nice guy. Because that's what you know. You don't see him murdering people. You just see him mowing the lawn. Well, am I not allowed to say he mowed the lawn and he helped me carry in the shopping? Like, that's what happened. Can't start telling lies about people. Yeah, exactly. So for all the places you can go to actually do something about it, you go to a media outlet. But yeah, that believable women narrative is just silly. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's like there's going to be people who say things and you might believe them, sure. And there's going to be people who say things and you might not believe them, sure. But just because somebody is a woman doesn't mean you must believe them, because plenty of people, including plenty of women, be lying. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's a fake Lego, sorry. That'd have been nasty otherwise. Plenty of women be lying out there. Matter of fact, wasn't there this one recently, like... There was one recently, like, yeah, what up, Reese? I think like maybe a month or two ago, where this woman claimed to have been kidnapped or something. Like, she said she saw a baby walking down the street and she followed the baby to help the baby and then end up getting kidnapped, and it turned out she made the whole thing up. It was like literally like a month or two ago. It was quite recent. People calling it Juicy Smollett Part 2 or something, like. I saw in the news that a man got raped by another man. Oh, mate. That's horrible, man. Hope he can recover. I mean, like, mentally, because that's a lot to go through. Well, I assume it's a lot to go through. There's bad men out there. That much is true. There is also horrible women. Also, and they can be more manipulative than men. Yeah, especially when it's like... I think there's a lot of people who have a natural tendency to want to support women and help women. Like, this isn't necessarily true for all situations, but by the way, but it's like, I don't know if you ever see things. He shot his partner. Oof. Okay, things over. What was I saying again? Forgot what I was saying. I'm sure it was something important and cool. I'm sure I had a really cool point, but yeah. Oh yeah, that was there. People have a natural tendency to want to help. It's like if you ever see those things about yeah, if a woman is crying on a train, you know, somebody might come up to her and be like, "Oh, what's wrong? How you?" I mean, maybe offer a tissue and some things like that. Where if a man was crying on a train, most likely people just gonna like turn their head away and leave them alone. You know, so I feel like there's truth to the idea that a lot of times people are more likely to want to help a woman than they are a man. So when you hear somebody say something about whether it's they've gotten whether they've been assaulted or been raped or been attacked or any kind of horrible situation, I feel like a lot of times people do have this natural tendency to want to help and to want to show support and to want to offer comfort, which is not a bad thing, right? Because it's we should be helping each other, we should be supporting each other. But the problem is that, like you say, some people could be very manipulative, and they will use that as a way of whether it's gaining some kind of attention or gaining some kind of favor or getting you to do something, or you know what I mean. It's like they'll use it in a way that's malicious, and that's the unfortunate truth of it. So when it comes to like just believing people, it's like, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I don't know you and you saying some stuff, I'm not gonna outright call you a liar, because I don't think that's cool. But at the same time, it's like, bruh. What's the affects me more to see a man cry? Women cry easily, men don't. So when you see a woman cry, you're like, nah, screw that bitch. Woman crying her eyes on the bus, Sam's just like, screw that bitch. But yeah, no, I get what you mean. I get you. Lawrence Fishburne. Man, Lawrence Fishburne. 1988, man was like young. Dude must have been like what? 20s at this point? Actually, no, it might have been maybe like late 20s, I think. Maybe early 30s at this point. I cry when I'm feeling emotional, depending on the day. I'm having cold fire. Oh, it's gonna make me cry. I've only ever seen Elliot cry. Oh, shotgun. 3 times. Same cry. Yeah, I think for a lot of guys, it's difficult to cry in front of other people, especially women, and that can include women that you care about. In fact, it could be even harder sometimes for in front of women that you care about. Especially like partners, and and it could take a while before. I mean, everyone's different, of course, and some people, I get that, but it can potentially take a while before somebody is able to just kind of open up emotionally, like a guy's able to open up emotionally in front of his partner, and there's like a million and one reasons why that could happen, from whether it's when they were kids and they were upset about something and people just made fun of them, or whether it's just kind of like the general sort of messages you get in society about, men don't cry and this, that, and the other, and finding it hard to, when you have tried to talk to people either take the piss or make jokes, or in some cases, like it could be even as far as like the way they have been, say, emotionally available, emotionally vulnerable in front of somebody they cared about, in front of a woman that they cared about, and a woman just used it to manipulate them, or used it to what's the word I'm looking for? Betray their trust in some way. So yeah, there could be like a bazillion reasons why that happens. But I'm sure, as you know, like if a guy does cry in front of you, like sometimes all you can do is just be there. It's not necessarily about what you say or trying to fix it, or just be there and just let them know that it's okay. Trans world. That means something else in today's language. Your wife, I promise to not laugh. If you cry, I will have your bag. If you fall, however, that's going on the socials. Oh, in a sec, I'll be there to comfort you in a minute. Just making sure this recorded everything. Damn it, my finger was in the way. Oh, can you fall again? I need to use the right filter. He even talks like the Terminator. There is only so much having your back can do. Yeah, it's hard out there for a pimp trying to get his money for this rent. Please, Garvin. Man, this guy got no manners. But yeah, man. It'd be a crazy old world out there. And a lot of people on this hive mind thing think what everyone else thinks and don't question it. I mean, he goes to this hotels, like, I didn't know the room's going to be available. Like, maybe someone else will rent it by the time he gets there. I'm just saying. Man goes to America, the first thing he does is watch porn. Like, really? Come on now. Yo, what up, Ken? I've had people say to me that I don't post much, but I don't know what to say. I tend to keep stuff that matters between us. I mean, you don't need to, I think, like, right? I mean, in all honesty, like, I'm not sure how much I'd want to post about somebody I was with either. Like, you might post a little bit here and there, but hey, isn't that dude? That's a dude from what was it? Everyone hates Raymond. Everyone loves Raymond or something. New mic and headphones. Depends. When was the last time you was in the chat? I think I've had this mic for about 2 years now. Something like that. Maybe over 2 years. These headphones, probably about 4 months actually. Yeah. No, wait. Yeah, probably about 4 or 5 months. I look different. Well, might be a few reasons for that. More cynic. Are you cynical these days? I don't think I'm cynical. Am I? I don't think I'm cynical. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm cynical? Yo, what up, Brax? Now, Brax is cynical. If you want to talk cynical, Brax is cynical. And Brax knows it. No, I don't think you are at all. Yeah, I don't think I'm cynical. I mean, I'm probably not all happy-go-lucky or whatever, but, you know, I don't think I'm cynical. I think, well, hopefully I have a positive outlook. Of course, it might depend on what exactly I'm talking about. I think you're a realist. I appreciate that, Sam. I'm the realest MC there ever be. Did you go to Canada, Haze, and not tell me? I see Tim Hortons on your channel. Starbucks. I have been to Canada. That's not where that's from though. That video is when Tim Hortons opened up in London. I don't know when it opened up in London, but I went there, I guess, a few months back. But I have been to Canada years ago, though. I went to Canada like in 2007-ish. Went to Toronto, and I went to Tim Hortons in Canada as well, actually. So I've been to Tim Hortons in Canada and Tim Hortons in London. Can be, depends. I mean, you live in reality, but okay. I'm the realist when it comes to rapping. I can spit like a champion. I keep it real 100. And I always have my bread buttered. Yeah, I'm the realist. Sam said so. You open it up there. People still prefer Starbucks here, though. We look down on our own. Yeah, I don't know when they open up in the UK, but I guess it's been a while now. But they've got like a few branches across the country. And I went to one in, I don't remember, Dartford. I can't remember where it was. But yeah, no, I liked it though. I liked it. They had a really nice, it was a French vanilla latte. Oof, that was so nice. That was so nice, guys. If you ever go Tim Hortons, if you like coffee, get yourself the French vanilla latte at Tim Hortons. It is so good. Hash don't fall for the red velvet cupcake. It's not real red velvet cake. Just a regular muffin with red food coloring. Nah, as long as it tastes good, I don't mind what they make it from. Every time someone says I keep it real, nah, you don't. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Oof. Oh, they beat up Schwarzenegger. I saw them giving away this DVD free at the local library at Red Heat, but I didn't take it. I took the Golden Child instead. Yeah, that was a better choice. That's a better choice. Golden Child is a much better movie than this, for sure. Like, not even close. You made the right decision. Yeah, if you do 2 or more streams throughout the week, I'll still try to be in the live chat. Yes, sir. Men like Brax. Is that James Blucher, John Belushi? I don't know. I think they said it, but I forget. Is it John? I don't know. It's one of them. Or maybe none of them. Man, these guys. It seems weird to have Belushi in a film where stuff is blowing up. He's more into lightweight comedies, I think. Yeah, he was in like the Blues Brothers, or one of them was anyway. Incommunicado, interesting. Yeah, Schwarzenegger's perfect for this role, though. Maybe I think it needs somebody who just like very stiff. Yes. I don't know why they couldn't find a Russian actor. Maybe because of Cold War. Oh, well, they could have found a Russian actor if they wanted to. But why do that when you can get Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like, that's really what's going to come to. You could either get a Russian actor who, I don't know how many famous Russian actors there were at the time, but you could either do that or you can get Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they got Arnold Schwarzenegger. But yeah, if they wanted a Russian actor, they could have found a Russian actor. I'm sure it wouldn't be that difficult, Cold War or not. This guy looks like Gunjack from Taken. Make an African action movie about a bunch of tribe people. Cast Arnie as the lead, and it's fine. Perfect. You know what? I would watch that. No cap. I will watch that. I would totally watch that. Man. Arnie in Africa. They could do something like some lame excuse as to why he's white with a German accent. They just have some dumb explanation that doesn't make any sense that comes up near the beginning of the film and then never bring it up again. Actually, to be fair, there's plenty of white people in Africa, so that would make sense. German accents, though, I don't know. Maybe somewhere, or Austrian accents rather. We'll be losing their minds. You can get us with popcorn going. This is. Yeah, they have Arnie like throwing spears at bad guys. Everyone else has got a gun. Arnie's just like throwing spears at everybody and dodging bullets. They could have a scene of Arnie running in the Like, ever see Arnie running in the field plains, running with the gazelles and the tigers with a spear. They need to make that movie for real, for real. It's like the final scene could be like Arnie riding on the back of a tiger. All the bad guys got AKs and they're shooting at him, and of course they all miss, right? And he's just like, 2 spears, whoosh, throwing one a spear, throw another spear. Then I don't know, he's just got another spear for some reason, and he just throws that spear, and he's all throwing all these spears, and it's like, you don't know where he's taking the spears from, because you don't need to explain that. He just has lots of spears. He's just throwing and like stabbing everybody with the spears. Ah, ah. I'll give you a list of cartoons and shows to check out. Alright. I mean, oh, man ain't got no eye. He was not prepared. Yeah, I was just looking over some old chat streams. I remember we watched Soul Survivor. Soul Survivor. Oh yeah. The one with like a house or something and a woman's legs. "38 years old and spent 26 years in prison." That is crazy, bro. Isn't that the one with the chick who was psychic? That film was boring. Is he still on rap poetry? Do I still rap poetry? I don't think I've ever rapped poetry. I don't think I've ever rapped poetry. I don't still perform poetry. Well, I haven't performed poetry for a long time. I wouldn't say I've quit. I just haven't done it for a while. But yeah, I remember that film vaguely. I remember there was a house. I'm not sure I remember a psychic woman, but yeah, maybe. I just remember somebody's legs. There was a woman with her legs out. That's pretty much what I remember about that film. She might have been psychic. Clearly I wasn't paying attention to her head, so. Yeah, it's an Aesop Rock featuring Genetic. It's on. You put albums out. Songs about was the Plane Crash and the Psychic Woman. Okay, so which is the one with the legs? Where the woman had her legs out. What's that movie? On the seventh floor. Oh yeah, that was the one with the women with their legs. That was Be on the Seventh Floor. Yeah. It was that one. That's the one with the woman's legs. I have a spoken word album out. Just one though. It's available on Bandcamp if you want to look it up and listen to it. It's called End of Level Boss under the name BH the Uncivilized. Uncivilized is spelled with an S, not a Z. S. Sexy legs climbing out of the pit. I just remember there were legs. I mean, well, I guess they're okay. Did I say that? Sexy legs? If I said that, then it probably were. I don't remember though. Gina Gershon. There was a time when Gina Gershon was in so many movies. Like, she was in like just about every movie coming up. I just blame the Chinese. Pro basketball team with guns, you know, raw. Boy, this movie has got 46 minutes to go. Bloody hell, man. That son. Like a bad film, just no boring ones. Those were boring. Yeah, this film ain't too exciting either. Yeah, well, you think you're gonna be gone? Ish. Man, this film was so 80s. And it's way longer than it needs to be, like bloody hell. Right, here's a question for you guys. What is, in your opinion, the most boring movie you've ever seen? In your opinion, what is the most boring film you've ever seen? The 1980s are dope, though I wasn't around. I mean, 80s was a lot of things, and not everything was good. So, but that's like any era, right? Jacob hasn't been in a bit. Do you think he's avoid announced because he has so much more to do? That could be it. I mean, I'm sure he's gonna say he's been working and you know, had to do his job, and he's got bills he needs to pay, so he's got to work. I'm sure he's gonna say all that, but yeah, we know the real reason. I think for me the most boring film I've ever seen is called Citizen Kane. It's from I don't even remember what year, but it's an old film, like 1950, 60, something like that. It's a famous film. A lot of people love it, but personally, it's just boring. Oh, sorry. The movie. Oh, that was very much back. It was ideal horror film. I thought it was the ideal horror film. I thought it would be. Was that the most boring film we've seen? White Noise. It wasn't. I mean, okay, right. Nick was a big scaredy cat. Jakes. If he comes back to the chat and says he's watching Masters, we gotta remember to quiz him. We've got to quiz him hard as well. I think the longer he leaves it, the harder the quiz is gonna be. I just killed him off. Coffee. Yeah, it wasn't that good. There's not to the movie. Didn't watch it though. Oh, that nurse is bait. Like, why is she even still there? Why is she even still? Oh, dumbass. Definitely. Is that a dude dressed as a woman? Or is this movie ahead of its time? You know what I'm saying? This movie had a cross-dressing bad guy. Kind of predicts the future, to be honest. Research was going on along with being the crack era, so it was a dangerous decade. Yeah, it was that. There's also an AIDS epidemic in the, I think, early to mid 80s or so. Well, up until late 80s, I think, really. Well, probably even longer than that. I mean, AIDS is still around, so it's not like, you know, it just went away. But in terms of when it was like a big problem, like, yeah, early mid 80s. And it was still new at that point, so nobody knew anything about it. And I guess kind of like COVID and just a few years ago, where it's like you hear all kinds of things about, oh, don't do this, don't do that, and this is how you catch AIDS, and nobody knew what was going on. You're hearing one thing, being told another thing. I hope the trans community don't see. They will be like, that's what cis people do to us on the daily. Well, I mean, Arnie shot and killed him, so that's got to count for something, right? You know. That's the dad from Everybody Loves Raymond, and he's using swear words like, that's crazy. And Arnold Schwarzenegger's like giving in to him. Mantis asks who's Dirty Harry. That must have pissed off Clint Eastwood. Barney killed him. He has it coming, even if he was just taking the bins out. He did so exactly. You can't be mad at anything once Arnie kills the guy. It's like, you know what? I don't know what he did, but he must have. Like, see, he must have done something. Must be Boyle, aka Frank Barone from Everybody Does Mayman. I know it's spelled the last name right. Oh right, the guy, yeah. Sweet cheeks. Oh, that's not what she wants to hear. Notice that our principles go out the window when it's Arnie. And Philippe Arnie fun. I mean, it's Arnie though, isn't it? Like, it's Arnie. You gotta have some. Gotta allow some leeway. You know what I mean? He's earned it. He's earned the leeway. He's earned that little bit of slack. You know. If it was like, I don't know, Chris Hemsworth, it's like, nah, I mean, I like Chris Hemsworth. He's a good actor. He's got some good movies, you know. But he ain't earned that slack yet. Like maybe in 15, 20 years he might earn it, maybe. But as of now, he's just not quite there yet. Arnie, on the other hand, he's earned that leeway. He's earned that slack. Somebody's watching me. I mean, he could have just asked if he had a spare key or something, you know. You don't have to do all that. Was that oh, Jennifer something. Oh, I can't remember her name. Jennifer. She's legendary. Jennifer. Where is he? Only could go out, kill all his neighbors, and all his neighbors. Like they obviously did right, exactly. I mean, like we said earlier, serial killers. What neighbors say about the serial killers. So if Arnie went and killed a bunch of people, it's like they must have been serial killers. They must, something like that, you know. You can't forgive him for these bad movies. You can forgive him for anything. No, not Jennifer Tilly. She was in like Fresh Prince. She was in Panthers. The Black Panthers. She's been in loads of movies and TV shows. Like oh man, I've forgotten her name right now. Jennifer Lewis, yeah, that's the one. I ain't about the young girl, by the way. There was a lady on TV. Looked like it could have been Jennifer Lewis. When the late like. But yeah, that's what I was thinking of, Jennifer Lewis. Yeah, yeah. Man like Brax with the with a name there. We. Raw. How close was that? Jennifer Lewis, I googled it. It's alright, Sam. Brax got in there already. Brax was quicker than Google. But yeah, Jennifer Lewis. Wait, was it Jennifer Lewis, by the way, on the one that's playing on the TV that she was playing the judge on the TV? Was that Jennifer Lewis? I think it was, you know. No, that wasn't her, but she's in the series Blackish. Okay, yeah, I know that show. I haven't watched it, but I know of it. Oh, well, IMDb Brax. It was Jennifer Lewis. Oh, it was Jennifer Lewis. Jennifer Lewis in Red Heat. Probably just as well it's a small role, though, because it's a crap movie. Movie boring. And that's a dude. He played the janitor in Friends as well. Not the janitor, the maintenance guy. It's the same guy playing the maintenance guy in this as well. You're a sleaze bag. Yeah, she played a judge on the TV. Small role, but spotted it. Cafe. There we go. Jennifer Lewis. Yeah, Judge Jennifer Lewis. Uncredited role, but yeah, it was her. It was her. I trust you. This is a bad guy. Excuse me. She saw Arnie was sign up for it. I was like, yeah, I'm in this movie. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I don't know, this movie's kind of boring, but Arnie's in it. All right, cool. Give me that judge role. It's gonna be ending soon, all right. 13, there's about 14 minutes to go. Ugh. All right. It's almost over, guys. Yeah, Jennifer Lewis is like, she's done so many movies and TV shows. You know, a lot of them are relatively small parts. She's done some big roles as well, of course, but she's done a lot of it's like relatively small parts. But certain actors, actresses just reach that kind of legendary status where, you know, like you see them in so many different things. And I think she's got a voice that's very unmistakable as well. Arnie just destroyed the Chicago landmark. It's probably for the best. They're probably improving Chicago right now by destroying all the buildings and monuments, though, to be fair. Just probably making it better. Just saying. Improving the cityscape. Man, those stunt doubles they got. Bro, those stunt doubles look nothing like them. They actually had that camera a little bit further away so you couldn't tell the difference, but bro, those stunt doubles look nothing like them. They even do it again, like those. It's not a problem they're using stunt doubles, but mate, can you like not make it obvious you're using stunt doubles? You know what I mean? Eesh. The city council can pay for it. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, their insurance will cover it, or not. It's fine. Or he just punches through a window because why not? I take care of this. So this movie is like John or James Belushi, but one of the Belushis. But Arnie's in another movie with another Belushi. You know, End of Days. There's another Belushi in that movie as well. So he's done 2 movies with 2 different Belushis. KLM. New York to Moscow. Weren't they in Chicago though? Or they have to go to New York to get back to Moscow? Be right back. All right. Good luck. Farewell. He was supposed to bring that guy back to Russia. I guess he fails though. I remember Benny Dobbins. Rest in peace, Benny Dobbins. Well, that was Red Heat. Arnold Schwarzenegger and James Belushi. Peter Doyle, Ed O. Ross, Larry Fishburne, Gina Gershon, and yeah, I ain't gonna read all those names. But yeah, that was Red Heat. I saw this movie. I think I rented this movie and when I watched it the first time. I think I rented it, and I don't remember the year. Probably 1990 something. I really don't remember. But yeah, I just remember it not being particularly interesting. And now watching it again, granted with the split attention of the chat and the movie, but I feel like I managed to keep up pretty much what's going on. It's yeah, this. I mean, I guess it has its moments, but I guess the problem with this movie for me is that it's just unnecessarily boring. You know, like it feels like there's supposed to be more action in there. And of course, you know, creative choices. I ain't trying to say that, but it kind of feels like there should be more action, and there just isn't. So it's almost like it's being told in a way where you're constantly expecting it to be like just more, and it just isn't there. So yeah, it didn't quite do it for me. But you know, Gina Gershon's in this movie and she's hot, so there is that. You know, and Jennifer Lewis is in this movie. He's legendary, so I guess it did something right. It did something right. But yeah, that was Red Heat. Hopefully you enjoyed it or not. I don't know. Anyway, let me come over here. Oh, but yeah, let's chat to you guys for a little bit. Arnold Schwarzenegger. We just watched Arnold Schwarzenegger drive a bus through Chicago and break some stuff. And you know, Some stuff needs to be broke, quite frankly. Some stuff needs to be broke up. Schwarzenegger be like that. Oh, man. Reads the Avon novel. Movie is trash, but it's fine. All is forgiven. All is forgiven. All. But yeah, this was not one of his better ones, quite frankly. But speaking of better movies, next week for movie night is another classic, another 90s classic. We watched one 90s classic last week. Next week it's another 90s classic. Also with another featuring a rapper from the 80s and 90s, or more 90s really. So it was a class act last week. 90s film featuring 2 rappers. Next week it's a 90s film featuring 1 rapper. Can you guess what it is yet? It's from 1992. And it is quite possibly what am I doing? Just don't want to do it all. Why does it not let me move things? What's going on? I ain't sure what's going on. But anyway, it's Cool as Ice is what I'm trying to get at. The film's called Cool as Ice, featuring Vanilla Ice. From 1992. But yeah, that's the film I was trying to show you, but I'm having some issues right now. What up, Ben? How you been, Ben? Yeah, Ben. What am I looking for? what's going on, but everything's just weird now. I don't know why it's so weird like this. Anyway, I'll have to figure that out later. Oh good, awesome. Yeah, that was alright. That was yours. Yeah, we just watched Red Heat with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It wasn't... well... yeah. But it's Arnie, so can't be too mad. It wasn't a great film, but Arnie's in it, so you can't be too mad. You can't be too mad. Vanilla Ice did do a movie, yes. He's actually been in quite a few movies, I believe. But yeah, he did a movie back in 1992 called Cool as Ice, where he starred in the film. He was the main dude in that movie. And it is fantastic, and by that I mean it's really not very good at all. it's definitely a so bad it's good movie, but I enjoyed it. I like that film still. But yeah, this is a film. Cool as Ice, starring Vanilla Ice in his first motion picture. We do Friday and next Friday. Vanilla Ice, I don't think he was in those movies, but he's been in some other stuff. Let's see, actually. Naomi Campbell's in this film, by the way. Let's see what other movies Robert Van Winkle appeared in. In fact, he's got one upcoming. It's called Zombie Plane, in production. Good for you. Good for you. Let's see. What's he been in that maybe people might have seen? He was in Sandy Wexler. He was also in The Ridiculous Six. I've seen that film, but I don't remember him. In fact, he's been in a few films with Adam Sandler. He's in a music video with Jedward. He's in a music video with Eminem. I don't think he was he? Wait. I was about to say it must have been archive footage, but they would have put that if it was. But apparently he's in a We Made You video with Eminem. Bro, did you mistake Vanilla Ice for Ice Cube? Dude, you need to leave. How did you mistake Vanilla Ice for Ice Cube? Mate, no way. No. Tell me he didn't just do that. Mate, you mistook Vanilla Ice for Ice Cube. Are you serious, bruv? Nah. Nah. You see, this This is Ice Cube. Yeah? This is Ice Cube. I mean, not the thing that you make with in the fridge, but this is Ice Cube. Yeah. This is Vanilla Ice. Actually, to be fair, they do kind of look familiar. Look similar. Come on, man. You mistook Vanilla Ice for Ice Cube. Bruh. Bruh. Knew it was ice. And by the way, maybe for reference, this is Ice-T. They're 3 different people. 3 very different people. Good news indeed. What's that quote? Better to let everyone think you're an idiot than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. Yeah, something like that. He's actually in a video game, Vanilla Ice, by the way. He's actually in a video game called Crime Boss, Roque City. I've never heard of this game, but Vanilla Ice is in it. So, back to Danny Trejo, Michael Madsen, Kim Basinger, Danny Glover, Michael Rooker, Chuck Norris, Scott Adkins. Alright, quite a few people. Synthville, love that's okay, different. And yeah, it's not Buddy. That's me. He was upsetting Fred, now you're upsetting Buddy. For safety reasons. Nah. I haven't seen Frederick tonight. Maybe the next one, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Or sometime this week. But hey, hopefully he's not too upset. I didn't mean to, but what can you do, man? What can you do? All you can do is all you can do. Anyway. Whatever he's doing, hopefully he'd be okay. So what's happening this week? Y'all got any plans for this week? My plans for this week are as follows. Stream tomorrow and stream Thursday. I'm pretty much working the rest. It's so different from our antique. Guns, these are over there. This one I can validate it. And I can do more protection with that. And you need to visually use it. Mean to me all the time. You can tell if you're not catching what he was saying. Yeah, exactly. I just missed something he said in the chat. That's all it was. It's probably like the first time, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not the first. The first time I'm aware of, at least. Could have been 100 for all I know. Apparently, I just seen this. Apparently, Twitter, or X as it's called now, is going to move to a monthly payment system because it's the only way, according to Elon Musk, it's the only way I can think of to combat vast armies of bots. I don't think I want to pay to use Twitter at all. I mean, even like the Twitter Blue thing they do already, which is, I guess it has some benefits if you're into it. But it's like, just to pay to use Twitter, from what I'm understanding, I mean, I'm just seeing the news now. They're not talking about the premium blue. Let me read a little bit more. Yeah, it seems like you're gonna have Twitter Blue, which I guess is the premium one. But then everyone else would pay. They haven't said what the price would be. I guess it's all working it out. But it says Musk suggested that it would be a lower tier pricing structure than its $8 per month Twitter Blue, its premium subscription service. So that would be the premium if you want, I guess, the extra bells and whistles. But just the normal Twitter daily, everyday, normal usage. Looks like there's plans to introduce a payment for that, and yeah, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to do that. Not for $1, not for $2. He is busy in the call center. Please and thank you. They actually do say please and thank you a lot when you work in call centers, so that might be actually be a good job for him to say. Not even an insult. That's I used to work in a call center. You do say please and thank you a lot, so if yeah. Yeah, a lot of people getting into trouble and backlash in the news I'm hearing about lately, like Drew Barrymore, because she wanted to run with I don't know, something about going ahead with her show, and apparently people didn't like it because the writers were on strike or something, and it's like, dude, people need to work, man. Like, just because the writers are on strike doesn't mean everybody else has to starve, you know what I mean? Like, bro. Well, people are mad about it, and I don't know. Well, it's stupid. Well, I guess to be fair, none of it's fully decided yet. At least according to this article, it doesn't seem like it's fully decided yet. It's just something that was mentioned by Elon Musk at some, I don't know, rich people meeting. I don't know what it was, but it's more the idea that there'll be a premium Twitter Blue or X Blue or X whatever they call that, right? And then there'd be another tier lower below that everybody else would use. If you want to use Twitter, you'd have to pay something. That's the impression I'm getting, but yeah, whether they actually do it or not, I guess that waits to be seen. But the idea has been put forward. Scamming call centers. Fair enough. Trying to sell feet pictures. I'll probably buy feet pictures. This was given statements on the writer's strike. For backing down to the complainers. I don't know who Fran Drescher is, Brack. What did she say, or he say, or they say? But yeah, like the Drew Barrymore one. Let me try and find a story again, because. Here we go. So Drew Barrymore pauses talk show return until the strike is over and others follow. Here's what's happening. Okay, because it was something about wanting to bring the show back, and then there was like people getting mad. Okay. I've already posted it. Okay, I put it out to the on Friday, she posted a video apologizing to the writers and unions, but was committed to her decision that the show would premiere as scheduled. The video was slammed by Barrymore. It was slammed. Oh, the video was slammed and Barrymore deleted it on Sunday, just one day before the premiere. Barrymore did, and about face, she announced her decision to pause the show premiere until the strike is over. Yeah, like people. Look, I get the writers to strike, and I get the writers want fair pay and this, that, and the third. But it's like, is she paying them fairly? Right? I mean, I assume she is. I don't know, but I assume Drew Barrymore would pay her writers fairly. And if so, why shouldn't they be? You know, why can't she bring her show back? Because like other productions seem to be going ahead because apparently they already do what the writers union want, so they're allowed to go ahead. So I'm assuming Barrymore is paying her writers fairly, and if so, then yeah, go ahead. Like, yo, what up, big bull? I'm just saying, it just seems stupid. Like, I'm not even sure, like, people even know what they're striking for anymore. Like, it just seems like everybody gets upset over some bollocks, and it's like, bro. She's from the 90s sitcom, The Nanny. Oh, wait, I missed something. Did you see that Channel 4 dispatched a documentary on Russell Brand over the weekend? I didn't see the documentary, but I did hear the news about what he got accused of. Oh, he's my friend dresses from the 90s. Okay, right. Okay, I don't know that show. Sorry. I don't watch it, man. No, I don't believe in that. That's good. Big bull. I saw one actually the other day about an access strike. A guy called Aaron Paul, who you might have heard of, he was in Breaking Bad as Jesse in Breaking Bad, and he posted that apparently he hasn't received any money from Netflix for Breaking Bad, and it just seemed like an odd thing to say, because if Netflix were this cruel company or evil company that didn't pay him any money at all for streaming royalties for Breaking Bad, then why would that same dude agree to do the Breaking Bad movie, you know, for Netflix, agree to appear in Better Call Saul for Netflix, and agree to appear in at least 2 episodes of Black Mirror for Netflix? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna be like, oh yeah, Netflix never paid me any money, any royalties for Breaking Bad, but then you're agreeing to do all these other shows for them? It's like, the math ain't mathing here. You know what I mean? The math ain't mathing. Like, something's not equating. So yeah, I'm not sure people even know what they're striking for anymore. I feel like people just like jumping on bandwagons and like, yeah. Do any of you like George Michael's music? Channel 4 had a show about him on last night. George Michael, yeah, he was alright back in the day. He had some good songs. He was alright. Careless Whisper was a really nice song. know what else is a bit dumb actually about the writer strike? So I don't mean to turn this into a writer strike, actor strike ranting session, but yeah, it came up. Not so much writer strike, but I guess both the writer strike and the actor strike is that all these actors and writers are talking about going on strike and supporting the strike and blah 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 blah, and a lot of it is to do with streaming, right? Because the royalties work differently on streaming than they do on traditional TV, and Netflix being a name that comes up a lot because they're the biggest streaming platform, right? So it's like, okay, cool, but then a lot of these same actors are doing movies for Netflix. Like, they all got movie deals coming out, and they're all talking about, like, have you noticed Netflix has not slowed down? Well, not entirely. Maybe a few things have been delayed, but they're pretty much still full steam ahead. Like, with the exception of a few programs, like, they're pretty much still going ahead and doing what they're doing. So I don't know, man. It just feels like people are talking at both sides of their mouth. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like to me. People are just talking at both sides of their mouth, and nobody even knows what this is about anymore. But yeah, rich people problems. Exactly. That's exactly it. Rich people problems. Oh no, I only got 10 million instead of 10.9. Like, I got paid $100 million to do a TV show that they never gave me any royalties. Oh, yeah, it's exactly that. Rich people problems. Saturday 30th and Wednesday 4th. Alright, cool. Good to know, good to know. I need to crack on now, so I'll say night in case I don't make it. Thankfully, stream off. I see all tomorrow. Appreciate coming through, Benjamin. But yeah, back tomorrow, 8 p.m. GMT for the final 3 episodes of the X-Files season 3. Was supposed to be last week, but we had problems. So be this week. Hopefully this week, no problems. That's the plan. But yeah, I did see, speaking of like neighbors though, or secret streaming and stuff, yeah, I did see Neighbors on I haven't watched it, but I did see it pop up on Amazon. So yeah, do the 1 week special for Neighbors. Watch maybe 3-4 episodes, or see how that goes. 1 week only. Check out the return, and then back to X-Files or whatever show you guys pick to watch. No jamming, well, hopefully not. We was okay on Thursday. Sorry, it was okay today. So hopefully this continues. Hopefully this smooth streaming continues, and no more problems ever again. Benjamin. Oh right, I think like Benjamin. Gotcha. I gotcha. I mean, you have to explain it, but I gotcha. We're jamming, jamming, and we're jamming in the name of the... Oh, okay. Ooh, what just happened? What's happening? What's happening? Are we still live? My computer's bugging out. Literally, I was like, no more problems. Hopefully, no more problems. My computer starts bugging out. What is going on here? I think I'm still live. I'm not entirely sure. One sec. Okay. Okay. I think, are we back? Are we back? The video might be frozen, but the audio should be coming through. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me, because I think the video's frozen. But you should be able to hear me, methinks. I don't know what happened. But, yeah. That was weird. That was weird. Actually, can you guys hear me? Oh, it's fine. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I think the video might be frozen, but you should be able to hear me. I'm not sure what went down. It just started bugging out. Just literally just started bugging out, and I've no idea what caused it. All the more reasons to get that new PC built. Really, the laptop that I'm using for streaming, I'm probably pushing it more than what I'm supposed to be doing. So, all the more reason to get that new PC built. All the more reason for that, but yeah. I think we're okay, at least until the end of this stream. I mean, probably end soon anyway, but well. Ugh. Oof. Anyway, I guess we'll have to make do with this frozen image of me looking to the right. Is that to the right? Yeah, that's to the right. Or was that to the left? Well, it's actually, it was to my left. It's to the right of the screen. But yeah, because like reversed or whatever. Can hear you. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Voice is coming through clearly. For now. That was weird, man. We literally just started bugging out. Like the screen started flashing and my monitors was turning off. I had 3 monitors and one of them just turned off. Or 2 of them turned off rather. And one was just flashing. Okay, clearly something wrong here. I think it might be something to do with the thing that I use. I don't think it was the computer itself, to be fair. I think it might be something to do with the I have a I don't know what it's called, but it splits things, but it might be something to do with that. But yeah, all the more reason to get this PC built, hopefully soon. Now that, oh yeah, so the kitchen is almost done. In fact, the kitchen's pretty much done now. Actually, it's just a few bits to go, like putting like the seals around the window frames and stuff like that. But yeah, the kitchen is pretty much done. It's literally just like minor things now, getting those finished off. So what that means is that the place where everything was being kept in the meantime is back to, or almost back to normal. And what that means for me is that I can get back to doing my podcasts, which is cool. And also, yeah, I could get that PC built, because like that was the space that I would need to build a PC in. So now that that's cleared out, or back almost fully back to how it was before, yeah, I could finally look into getting this PC done. So hopefully in the next maybe weeks or so, I could start doing that. In the next maybe weeks or so, I could start doing that. And yeah, man, get this thing built, get all the parts done. We did this. Talking about last week. Well. Well, maybe I should be careful how I speak. But yeah, literally as I just say, like, hopefully no more problems, things like bruh. Anyway, lesson learned, I suppose. Lesson learned. Hope. Actually, you know, let me not even say that. Let me just, yeah. But yeah, I do want to get this new PC built though. Actually, let me see, son. Does this still? Alright, cool. Not that that means anything, but still. But yeah, the whole thing that I want, the PC that I want to build, the whole thing is set to cost around £1,592.42, and it actually end up costing more than that, because that's not everything. That's just the things I want to get to begin with. There'll be ideally and hopefully there'll be more things I get a bit later on, but that's the initial kind of cost, £1,592.42. We'll see if it actually costs that more. Yeah, I might have to double check a few things and see if I can get parts cheaper or different or whatever, but it's pretty much looking to cost around £1,600 to begin with. But I'm going for a Ryzen 9 7900 along with a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070. Those are like the biggest costing parts, but of course you're going to need things like a new motherboard to support it. You're going to need fans that run with it, and also going for a 32 gig RAM with 216 gigabytes on the Corsair Vengeance. So yeah, I'm looking to build quite a nice machine. I'm looking to build quite a nice machine because I want it to be future proof. That's the thing, you know. That's the thing about this stuff, is like you want it. I mean, you can never really be future proof, but you know what I mean. You don't want to buy something, spend, because any way you do this, it's gonna cost you some money, right? You're gonna be spending some money, and ideally you don't want to do this every year. Like, so the idea is that the parts that I'm gonna buy, yeah, it's gonna cost more, but ideally I'll be using this for the next like 5, 6, 7 years minimum, you know, maybe even longer than that, hopefully even longer than that. But that's the reason why I'm like, okay, look, let me look at these parts. Let me go a little bit higher, you know, and that way it could be done, and then I don't have to worry about it for a good while. Hopefully. That's the plan anyway. That's what I did the last time I built a PC, you know, went with higher end parts, and then I didn't have to worry about anything for a while. Like, it was a good long while before. In fact, even my PC now, the last one I built, it still works. It just doesn't really do what I need it to do. That's the only real issue. But even by the time that kind of came around, like, I got years out of it before it kind of, you know, ran its course. So yeah, that's kind of the idea this time around, to do something where it can just last a while. But that means, yeah, buying higher end parts and cost a bit more money, but hopefully it's worth it. Hopefully it's all worth it. At the very least, I could check my email a lot quicker. A lot quicker on the email. There's issues with the internet, man. That sucks. That royally sucks. How much you said you were paying? It was like 40 something pounds. I think you said you were paying 40, 50 pounds. You're paying for the internet. Damn, that's too much money to be paid for the internet that has issues. Once in a while, I get it, but come on, man. It was like, I think it's like the second or third time you've had internet issues in the last maybe few months. I think like 3-4 months maybe. That'd be right. Okay. Or maybe Sam fell asleep while I was talking about computing. I went into computer geek mode. I think Sam might just fell asleep. Start talking about RAMs and processors. Sam's like, okay. I'm sorry. But hopefully you have a good rest. If indeed you are, if you did fall asleep, hope you have a good rest. And if you did, you're welcome. You're welcome. But yeah, all plans, man. All plans. I've got to sell some stuff. Well, I haven't got to, but I do want to sell some stuff as well. Maybe put on eBay or Amazon or whatever. Guess if it's lasting that long, it's not that much because you can spend $300 on a laptop and get a year out of it. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Yeah, you know, you can spend, yeah, it's £300. Let's say if you have a laptop, spend it for £300, use it for a year, then you got to replace it again, and you do that for say 6 years. That's £300 for 6 years. I mean, that's way more than 1,500 quid, right? That's what, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Yeah, 28. Yeah, you're spending way more money. Rex with a thumbs up. Not my internet, the actual internet is down. You can't get on the Call of Duty servers down. Oh, like their servers are down. I see, I gotcha. Probably for the best. Call of Duty sucks. Internet got sick of playing of people logging into the Call of Duty services. Like, you know, we're just not doing it no more. You just don't want to do it no more. You got to use this for something better than bloody Call of Duty. I'm here. I've been talking. You know, there might be a delay or something because, like, it felt like it was a while before the response came through. So maybe it was just a delay on the thing. Maybe it's just a delay on the thing. But yeah, I was kind of wondering, did I just bore you to sleep? Well, I'm glad I didn't bore you to sleep at least. So let's talk more about computer. Nah, I won't. I'll stop. I'll stop. Oh man. So my plan for tomorrow is to do some driving in the morning, driving work in the morning, then maybe in the afternoon as well, try and do some. I don't think I want to go. I was originally thinking I want to go gym tomorrow, but I won't go gym tomorrow. I think I'll go on Wednesday morning instead. Do the streaming in the afternoon. Try and finish Thor: Love and Thunder tomorrow as well. Then do the streaming session in the afternoon. I think that'll be my day tomorrow. That's my current plan for tomorrow. I won't go gym, but I do think I want to try and do some walking though. Cause I gotta do something. I won't go gym, but I'll try and do something. It's not just COD, big company internet is down to ish. Oosh. I'll let you ramble before I responded. Fair enough. Ramble on. Ramble on. Is that what you do to Elliot when he starts talking about Call of Duty or buses or something? You just let him talk and you just stay like, yeah, that's nice, yeah, really, yeah, interesting, yeah, wow. I knew he was gonna say that, dude. It's boring as you like. There you go. Should have read the small print. Well, actually, I guess you did read the small print if you knew what you get into. I should have read the small print. Damn contracts. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. I haven't built a PC for a long ass time, and a lot's changed in the computer building world. I might have to look some stuff up. I might just have to look some stuff up of how to fit things in. It's been a while since I've done it. I think the last time I did any kind of major PC building upgrade type thing was, yeah, when I did this one. It was 7 years ago, 8 years ago. More than that, maybe. It's a while ago for sure. It's a while ago. On that note, perhaps it's about time to start winding down. But yeah, should be live streaming again tomorrow, 8 p.m. GMT. Final 3 episodes of season 3 of the X-Files. Oh, you can't see. Well, just remember the picture's frozen. I don't know, pretend to listen. You know, if he ever asks you a question about something he said, and you know you weren't even listening when he said it, all you gotta do, I mean, you probably got some. I'm sure you've got some cool tricks and stuff or whatever. But here's one that could work, where, you know, assuming you don't do this already, that is, you can just be like, you know, like if he says like, so I don't know, I'm about to ride the 7295 bus, wish me luck, or something like that. Or do you want me to, I don't know, I'm trying to make stuff up. Anytime he says something that, you know, references a conversation that you had where you know you wasn't listening, just do this. Oh yeah, that's great. That's all you gotta say. Oh yeah, that's great. You don't gotta say nothing else. No details. Just, oh yeah, that's great. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. I just hope he wasn't talking about, like, you know, somebody in the family dying or something. That'll work like 99% of the times, I think. I'm a delight. It's not my fault. You need to go now home. Well, I need to do some. I need to do between now and then. I need to do some things and make sure it's a good home. I want some hot nurses around me. That's what I want. If I'm gonna go on a home, I want hot nurses. So I'm doing what I can. I need to change the terms of that agreement. But yeah, tomorrow, God willing, 8 p.m. at GMT, last 3 episodes of X-Files Season 3. Following week, Neighbours, 4 episodes, just for 1 week only. And then back to, I'll put up a poll to see what you guys want to watch. But yeah, X-Files or something else, we'll see. But for now, guys, you've been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thanks for keeping me company. Thanks for keeping it lively. This stream kind of messed up a little bit, but we salvaged it. We salvaged it. I've been looking to the left for the past, what, 10-20 minutes now. You think the screen is frozen? It hasn't. I'm just looking to the left. I just got really good at keeping still. That's what really happened. I'm very, very good at keeping still, and this is proof. I can even talk and keep still. You don't even know that I'm not even moving my mouth or nothing. I'm just still talking, and I'm keeping still while doing it. That's the screen. The stream did not. The video did not pause. That did not freeze. I'm just keeping very, very still. That's a skill that I learnt. You know what? I need to go to bed, guys. Until whenever, if ever. Peace.